Hello. Today we're going to make one of my favorite side dishes, smashed potatoes. So the first thing we're going to do is boil some water, which you can see it's boiling here. It's salted. Salt does a lot of things when cooking potatoes. First, potatoes absorb a lot of flavor, so that's a positive if you've salted it. It also allows the water to boil at a hotter temperature. And it also lowers the boiling point of water, so you're actually using less energy. So we're going to take, this is about 1.5 pounds of petite red potatoes. You can also use Yukon Gold. Just going to dump them right in. And as you can see, there's plenty of room in there for they're not touching, except for these that are touching. But you want to give them enough room to boil and move around while the water comes back to a boil. So we're going to boil these for about 10-15 minutes until they soften. Not completely cooked, we're going to parboil them. So as soon as this comes back to a boil, we'll let it go for about 10 minutes, we'll test, and then we'll test again, and we can put a knife through and it goes right through the middle of the potato, we know it's ready. All right, we do not have to cover the potatoes while they're boiling. You cover it to let the heat circulate and come to a boil quicker. So we're going to leave it uncovered, and we're going to go for about 10 minutes, and then we'll test it with a kitchen fork. When they're done, they'll be able to slice right through, and then we'll move on to the next step. All right, we're at about 10 minutes in. We're going to test these. We'll stick a fork in, and they're not really giving. So as you can see, it only goes in about 1/4 inch, so they need a little bit more time. So as we're letting that continue to boil, we're going to do a couple things to get organized. First, we're going to get a large pan, sheet pan, and put some parchment paper on it, which I've already done. We're going to get our herbs, which in this case is a rosemary tree, or bush. We're going to chop some rosemary. We're going to use a little olive oil, extra virgin of course, and a little ground pepper, and garlic salt. So those are the main things that we're going to use. And when we get ready to actually smash the potatoes, we're going to use in this case a mug with a round end, supposed to be a Starbucks mug, and this will be used to smash the little rounds into flat little patties. So everything is ready to go there, and hopefully these potatoes will be ready, at least parboiled, in the next minute or two. All right, we've been about 15 minutes, and they should be just about, yeah, it goes right in. It's just one more. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so we're going to take these out and let them cool slightly. One of the things about using red potatoes, even the Yukon Gold, is you don't have to skin them. You don't have to wash them. Just got to stick them in boiling water. So we're going to put them in a bowl, and they're going to cool slightly. And then we're going to season them with a little olive oil, salt and pepper, the garlic salt and the rosemary. We'll put on at the end. And as soon as these are cool, we will start the mixture. So the potatoes have cooled, and we'll show you that you put the fork, it goes right through. So we're going to put a little olive oil. I like olive oil. You can also use butter. Olive oil crisps a little bit better, I think. A little garlic salt. A little fresh pepper. Pull these out. in a line. There we go. Alrighty. There we go. And we're just gonna smash them down. Make little patties. Very nice. And these will crisp. They're already fairly much cooked. We'll add the rosemary once we get them all into patties. And then put them in the oven. All right, so the oven's preheated to 425. We're going to put these smashed potatoes on the top level, closest to the element. We'll set the timer for 25 minutes. All right, press start. And then while these are baking in the oven, I think I'll have a cocktail. So it looks like we're about halfway through, the 12 minutes left. So I'll show you what they look like. We've got here. They started to brown very nicely, getting a little crisp, and that's what you want to see. So when we're finished, it'll be crispy on both sides, cooked through, a nice flavor all around. All right, that tells us that our 25 minutes is up. Pull out the smashed potatoes, have you take a look. You can see, very crispy on the outside. They don't stick at all. And you want to time this dish as best you can, like a half hour before you're ready to eat, because you don't want to serve these cold. So this recipe is very adaptable. You can use regular garlic. I think it tends to burn, so that's why I use garlic salt. Parmesan cheese is always a nice topper. And if you want, you can use other herbs, thyme, oregano. But for now, I'm going to enjoy these smashed potatoes with my dinner. Appreciate you watching today, and we'll see you next time.